A birthday interlude. Valerie, age 58, October 2nd, 2025. Every week I sit down with someone new for Truth Rises, but this week felt different. With my birthday approaching, I decided to turn the recorder on myself. My family had asked earlier in the week what I wanted for my birthday. I thought for a while, then said, a one-day stay on the beach, alone. So early Thursday morning, 2 days before my birthday, I packed up and went. Check-in wasn't available yet, but no worries. I had a blanket, 2 books, my thoughts, and my God, I'm standing on new ground at this age. The last year in my 50s. It's funny. The older you get, the more you realize you're still you at every age you've ever been. And when a milestone one arrives, you think, so this is what this age feels like. It just feels like me. But the years are passing. The children are grown. Not grown, but grown. My husband and I are growing older. My mom is aging gracefully. And I've lost people who've mattered deeply in my life. I wanted a little time to sit with it all, to breathe, to take stock before the next chapter. I spread out my blanket on the beach. The wind was a bit wild from a storm off the coast, but that was okay with me. I read books with sand in them, drank water with a little sand in it, and walked and sat and walked and walked. At one point, I fell in the water trying to take a picture of the waves crashing against the pier. Apparently my phone got wet, but I didn't notice. When I fell, I decided to stay right there, partly because the water was rough and I felt safe near the pier, and partly because these almost 59-year-old legs needed a minute to get up. I sat in the water for a while until the lifeguard, leery of my old lady ways, blew her whistle for me to move. I could almost hear her thinking, what I'm not going to do is come off this lifeguard stand to rescue your behind when the waves get stronger. Thankfully, my old lady legs worked when embarrassment called, and I got up and strolled a little further down the beach. At some point during the day, I turned on my recorder like I do with all my interviewees and interviewed myself for Truth Rises. In the spirit of meeting myself again, the me who's on the edge of 59, allow me this diversion. My name is Valerie. I've lived in Jacksonville my whole life. I graduated from the William Marion Raines High School, Ichiban. I am a creator, a writer, a storyteller. I'm a wife, a mom, a daughter, a sister, a niece, a cousin, a friend, and I am a lover of my sweet Savior. What am I most proud of? Without hesitation, my children. They're really decent human beings. They care about people, they love God, and I think they'll make a big difference in their little corner of the world. They're good humans, and that makes me proud. I'm also proud that I've been married to my husband, my sweet husband, for over 30 years. Marriage can be tough. There were days that were not good, really, really, really hard days. But we kept choosing each other. We still keep choosing each other. And that makes me proud. What is my greatest fear? Something happening to my children. And on the complete opposite end of that spectrum, what would surprise people about me? I love live hockey games. The culture is so completely unhinged. You can yell insults, players fight, and everyone cheers for the fight. You get to act up as part of the culture. You get all of that out, and then you leave the stadium as civilized human beings again. The next question was more introspective. I asked, where do I see myself in 10 years? Wow. The older you get, 10 years isn't just 10 years. 10 years takes you closer to the end of your time here. I had a long conversation with myself, but I will sum it up this way. I hope with all my heart, mind, and soul to be fully following God's plan for my life. Wherever that leads. I mean courageously following it. Because one thing I know for sure, I will still be loving my Jesus. He is my center, my constant, my haven, my gentle place. His love has always been my ultimate home. I sat for a long time that day just listening to the ocean, thinking about what I'd said. What rose to the top in this interview was how small I am and how quickly life moves. Sitting there, I felt the circle of it all. the rhythm of beginnings and endings. And more than anything, I felt gratitude, grateful for my God, for my family, for this life. When you spend a year meeting one new person every week, something changes. You start to notice things that are easy to overlook when everyone isn't a potential interviewee. The homeless man in the parking lot, the ice cream man at the park, the elderly woman beside you getting a manicure, the girls outside the grocery store selling cookies. And somewhere in that noticing, you become aware of a small shift that lets you see everyone more fully. The eyes that linger, the pause before someone answers, the weariness in their smile. You start to really see people. No judgment required, no need to prove your way is better. Just quiet connection, the blessing of seeing and being seen. Somewhere between the wind and the waves, my phone, wet from earlier, just stopped working altogether. It's funny how things go quiet sometimes, and in that quiet, space opens up. That's what this series has given me. Space. Every week, to look up, to look around, to let someone else's presence register above all the noise. It's been quite a gift. Happy birthday to me. This is truth, and truth always rises.